Hey guys, this is Jacob Lenhoff's Tours America, Part 3. I'm Boatin Rob, and I guess I'm going to tell you about my week. Let's see, what's new with me? Guys, I don't have that interesting of a life. I do have a life, but it's not that exciting, but I'll tell you about it anyway. What's new? If you've been following the weather, we've had high winds here. It's like 60-mile-an-hour winds. About 800,000 people are without power. Fortunately, at least on this round, we are not one of them. So usually it is us. So I'm fortunate and thankful that we don't have it out. If you listen real carefully, maybe you can hear it, maybe not. You'll hear generators across the street. There's dozens of them because here we have power, they do not. We also had to clear a very large pine tree from one of our main roads. That was last night. Scott, my husband, as you know, he is on the board for the neighborhood. And whenever something happens with regard to that, or something that's of an emergency-like nature, he gets a text or a call. Hey, come running! And everything stops. Dinner stops. TV stops. Kind of like living with a detective or something, where they have to go run off for their job. So whatever. But anyway, they had to move a big tree from the road and take care of that. Also, we have well water in this neighborhood. It's kind of strange because we're not out in the sticks or the boonies or anything, but we just the way that our neighborhood works and the way that it evolved since the 50s. We have well water in a community, and as such we have a backup generator in case the power goes out. And they recently replaced the well and replaced the generator, which cost thousands and thousands. That was a whole mess. That was earlier this year. But of course, when the power goes out, guess what happens? We get a text saying, generator fail. Of course, brand new, right? Can't work perfectly ever. And they had to go, everything stops, everything's got to go run with that. So that was my week, or at least that was a good part of it yesterday, and so that was that. What else is new? We have been watching a TV show called Halt and Catch Fire. Kind of a strange name, but it's about the history. It's a pastiche of the history of the computer industry, starting with the early 80s. They kind of, I don't know what the technical term for this, or the theatrical term for it, but basically they're fictionalizing concepts like IBM compatible computers. If you think back, millennials will have to look it up, but IBM compatible computers, and the origins of online gaming, and what they called at the time open architecture computers, which later became OEM build computers. And show's good. It's very well done. It hits very close to home for me because OEM computer building is what I did for 14 years in the 90s. That was my job. I was right in it, in the mix of it, building computers, repairing them. It was very intense and very competitive and very stressful. So it kind of hits a little close to home. What else is new? Let's see, our anniversary, Scott's and my anniversary, was March 1st. So we did, not a whole lot, but we went to a Japanese restaurant and had amazing food. If you know anything about me, you know that food is extremely important to me. I'm very passionate about food, and I'm a huge eater. I mean, I just love eating. I mean, I don't take that lightly. It's something, anybody who knows me knows I love food so much, and I particularly love Asian food of any kind. Japanese food is awesome. I just love it. So it was a nice treat. Let's see, what else is new? Nothing particularly exciting. Let's see, Scott retires this year. He turns 60 this year. I turned 49. But he is probably going to retire at the end of April, I think May 1st, something like that, the whole Obamacare mess kind of threw a wrench into things, but it looks like things aren't going to get the catastrophic treatment anytime soon. It looks like they're too busy fighting for at least a while. So we got to do something at some point. So I guess it's going to happen anyway. What else is new with us? Give me a second to think here. Weather is warming up, which is nice. Spring is about to break. That's nice. Normally, I am a person who likes cold weather. You know, I guess I consider myself a minority in that. Everybody around here hates snow, hates cold. They're constantly bitching about it, especially when it comes to around this time of the year. You know, everyone's kind of sick of it. They're ready for warmer weather. And I can appreciate that too, but normally I like cold. I'm very quick to sweat. I'm very easily overheated, so I tend to, I wear shorts year round, you know, so it's something I don't really mind that much. However, this year has been so tumultuous and full of chaos and change that I'm kind of looking forward to getting rid of this and getting some warmer weather, getting outside a little more. Scott has taken up biking. I'm not sure how much I've documented this on Facebook or not, but Scott has lost, as of today, 110 pounds in about a year. He was about 380 pounds. I think that's right. And now he is like 270. And you know what's scary is he is almost my weight. I'm 260 and he's 270 now. It's very weird, and it's never been like that. Because we've been together 28 years, and I've always been the thinner and / smaller one. He's always been large. And now we're like the same weight. And his weight's still coming down, and if anything, mine is going up slowly because I'm gaining muscle. So it's kind of weird that we're kind of doing this over time. So it's something to get used to. I mean, when you've been with someone for so long and you're used to them just being larger and now they're not, I don't know. It's hard. I can't put it into words, but it's definitely something to experience. I guess I don't know. What else is happening? A lot of our neighbors are. I'm not sure what's going on. One lady's, I think, moved to a nursing home, or her son moved her to a nursing home, and then the lady across the street moved. So this house is vacant. And there's a couple more around here that are vacant, and I'm a little concerned because I don't want to see too many rentals come in here. We have a nice neighborhood. It's very quiet. Things are kind of bedroomy. It's a nice neighborhood, but not too far from the city. So we're kind of connected, yet it's very comfortable and quiet out here. I don't want to see that get corrupted with, trash coming in here and loud partying or drugs or something like that. I just or worse, like homophobic neighbors. It's just a fear everyone has. When there's a vacant house, you don't know what's going to happen to it, what's going to happen with the neighborhood. So so that's kind of in flux a little bit. What else is new? We saw, I think I told you last time, we saw a couple movies. We don't see very many movies because, it's not really, I'm not really into the Hollywood thing. We're not. But I got a couple more coming, so maybe I'll tell you guys about that at some point. I got my mom hooked on Korean food. I consider that a major triumph because throughout my whole life, I've been the one that likes adventurous food, and I'm always the one, like when I was a little kid, sitting in the grocery cart, my mom's pushing it in the store. I'm always the one was reaching off the shelves. What's this weird thing we need to buy right now? That kind of thing. Anyway, I got my mom hooked on bibimbap and ramen noodles, and she would never find these things on her own. I'm actually got her not only eating them but loving them and wanting to go back. So. There's a place in Ann Arbor that we found. This is bizarre. It's this place called Bell's Diner. Look it up on Yelp. I'm sure you guys from Ann Arbor already know the place. It's it's been there forever, very popular, but it's kind of new to us because we don't get out that side of town very often. I used to live out there. I grew up there. But anyway, this place is a diner, you know, it's a standard American diner where you can get bacon and eggs and pancakes. And then they have Korean food. So it's like half and half. It's so bizarre because it's not a Korean place on any amount of decor, or you'd see it from the outside of the building. It just says Bell's Diner, like a standard Americana. And then bulgogi beef, japchae, bibimbap. It's like, okay. And it's not only that, it's good. It's really good. You know, when the people bring it out, it's like these middle-aged and older Korean people that make it in the back, and you can tell just, I don't know, just from their demeanor and the way they run the kitchen, that these guys have been doing it a long time, and that's what I want to see. Excellent food, big portions, good kimchi. Good kimchi. Very happy. So if you guys haven't been there, go there. You'll love it. What else is there to say? Hold on. My life's boring. I can't think of anything in particular. I had a crappy day at the gym. It happens. Deadlifts, I just can't get my head around it. Deadlifts is an exercise where you really it takes a lot of mental focus when you're lifting heavy. You just have to get behind it 100%. And I mean, I did it. Got through it mostly. I usually do 10 sets exercises on almost everything I do, but today I only did 6, and I struggled. I just normally I do 405s, 405, and I can only manage singles with 405s. That's just really low for me. So just wasn't doing it. I just got through it what I could, moved on to other stuff. That's about it. But I'm sure next week or next round for deadlifts will be better. It happens. So I guess it's time to eat more food. I don't know. But anyway, I guess that's about all I can think of that's new. Hope you guys are also doing good. And I hope you enjoyed the videos. Again, this is Jacob Lenhoff's Tours America. I'm Boatin Rob, and I hope you had a good time. See ya.